CIF, SHTV, ECIB, WT, WT. And that is, it's public display of, aw man, that couple is fighting so hard. They don't even care I've been watching the whole time. Yeah! That'll always be hot. So good. I like stare so hard I forget I'm not invisible. When a couple is fighting anywhere near me. It's amazing. I've been kind of upset lately. I have a guy friend that I'm worried about. He still uses Axe body spray as like a way to get women. Which, like, and a lot of it, like, I'm really worried about him. And he talks to me, and he's like, no, Lord, still, it's just like the ads say. If you smell good, the giant group of the opposite sex is gonna chase you down and sex you up. And so, like, he sees that, and he's like, sweet, I'm gonna go buy some Axe body spray. I see that, and I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna go buy some mace. He's like, when I'm picking out deodorant, I'm not like, well, both of these scents are gonna keep me all day fresh. But which one's gonna guarantee a gangbang in the library? I'm gonna go with lavender rain. You seem to be the guy that everyone's asking questions to. I have a guy question. My brother complains all the time about getting physicals, how it's like the worst thing in the world. Is it that bad? Like going, no? Thank you! Because whenever he complains, like he's like, oh, they grab your balls, you have to cough. Which doesn't seem that hard. But I'm like, hey, go to the lady doctor one time. So they make that whole thing seem like a tickle party. Honestly, yeah, exactly. No, because the last time I went, like I always think it's gonna be okay when I'm driving there. I'm like, this is gonna be the time, I'm a mature adult, and it's just a normal doctor's appointment, and I feel okay. And then I get there, and I'm talking to my doctor, and I realize I go to like a university medical clinic, so they're like all about the learning during your appointment, which can get awkward. So my doctor's like, hey, do you mind if a student comes in during your exam? And I'm picturing like a little like bookwormy girl just like taking notes in the corner. I'm like, I love learning, send her in. And then suddenly it's me and my doctor and a dude my age. Just chilling, ready for the exam. And then she got out this thing, it was called a probe. It's called a probe because that's what it does. So she was doing that, and I was coping, until she says, hey, do you mind if he takes a whack at it? I'm pretty defeated at this point, so I'm like, sure. But he's bad at it, because he's a student. So she's honestly got to take her hand and put it over his hand and guide him in the probing process. It was like suddenly I was in a really weird scene in the movie Ghost. But like in me. Instead of Patrick Swayze and the romance, just me crying is how that movie panned out. It's very sad. But women, we have good news, and this is good news for men, because, I don't know, we won't be bitches, I don't know. But it's that we never have to be lonely again. Because Kotex has started to write little encouraging messages on the outside of the tampon wrappers for us. I read one recently, it actually says, on the outside of this tampon, it's your period, deal with it. And then it has a little ... achieve your dreams. Well, thanks, Kotex, for being my homegirl. I'm just really afraid this is going to start applying to other feminine products. Like, what would Monostat 7 do? Like, it's your yeast infection. Deal with it. And it's okay that you're still single. by your intelligence and your frequent yeast infections. It's always the creepiest thing I'll ever do in my life is whisper yeast infections to a large group of people. I'm not gonna make any friends in Baton Rouge. That's so creepy. I'm bad at going to new places and like meeting people. I went a couple years ago. I got to go to Germany, which is awesome. But I didn't know any German when I went. I was one of those assholes. That's not fair though. I knew 2 phrases in German when I went to Germany. The first phrase is "Das ist nicht toll," which means that is not cool. Just sure to make me a lot of friends in a new land. And the second phrase I remembered was out of this like action adventure comic book that I read, and it was "Oh look, I'm Yeti," and that's German for "Oh snap, the abominable snowman." So, given really specific circumstances, I would have been totally fine in Germany. I ran into the Loch Ness Monster, and she was very cool. It was awkward. Are you guys excited for Mardi Gras? Yeah? I am so pumped to be in town for Mardi Gras next week. Are you excited for Ash Wednesday after it? Woo! One Catholic, yeah! Jewish! You like Catholic suffering? Is that what it is? You're like, I love the season when they have to give up shit. Suck it. I was raised Catholic. I was raised Catholic, and with like Lent coming up and everything, I actually started going back to church recently, which is hard, you know. It took me 3 weeks of going to church like every week to transition from saying I recently started going back to church to I don't go to church anymore. I lasted 3 weeks. Because no, being raised Catholic, I always knew their whole like pay to pray system that they have. If you see it, you have to like put $1 in a jar to like light a candle for your family. And I was cool with that. Until I saw a setup that was $2 for St. Thomas candles, but then $5 for Jesus candles. I upselled you on the Jesus. Like, well, maybe if you would have sprung for Jesus, Grandma wouldn't have died. Remember that? My grandma's alive and well. I'm allowed to tell that joke until she dies, then I can't. My grandma's a portrait artist, which I think is awesome, except that it makes her extremely honest about people's appearances. Like,